Happy Wednesday. This is your girl, Texas Black Diamond. And once again, thank you for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond Entertainment. I have a couple of things that I want to speak on. Before I do, I want to give my condolences to Bobby Brown and his family. They found his son deceased in a LA home today, and prayers go to him and his family, as well as all prayers going out to people that's suffering loss from this COVID. Just this prayer just go out, period. Today I want to speak on Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I want to speak on Don Russell. I spoke about the freeze, and someone argued with me. His money is not frozen, and I think I talked about that a while back, and his money is frozen. Okay. I'm gonna let you listen to this article, and then I'm gonna come back on that, and after that I will be speaking on the so-called alleged plea bargain deal with Don Russell.
In a royalties account, but who gets that money? Published by Chicago Sun-Times. Kelly's former Near West Side landlord and a woman who sued the singer alleging sexual abuse each say they should get the money. R.Kelly has more than $1.5 million in a royalties account with Sony, the singer's former record label. The question now, who gets that money? Kelly's former Near West Side landlord secured a $3.5 million judgment earlier this year against the jailed singer to cover past due rent. A woman sued the singer last year, alleging sexual abuse, and was awarded $4 million. That woman, who the Chicago Sun-Times is not naming, is one of Kelly's 4 alleged victims in his pending criminal case in Cook County. After the awards were issued in each suit, attorneys for both plaintiffs contacted Sony with a citation to discover assets, which revealed Kelly had $1,544,333 in a now frozen royalties account. The former landlord, Midwest Commercial Funding, a Wisconsin-based property management company, has argued it is entitled to all of that money because Sony acknowledged its citation one day before that of Kelly's alleged victim. Jeffrey Deutschman, the attorney representing Kelly's alleged victim, said he tried to compromise with Midwest Commercial Funding's attorney, Jamie Burns. Deutschman said he was rebuffed after he suggested Midwest Commercial Funding take $1 million and leave the rest for his client. They want all of it, Deutschman said. They have their building, but my client lost her childhood to a sexual predator. Deutschman said he expects the judge overseeing both suits to decide who gets the money in the coming days. Deutschman said he will appeal if the judge rules in favor of Midwest Commercial Funding. Burns and Brian Nix, Kelly's attorney in civil matters, didn't respond to requests for comment. Kelly rented the warehouse at 219 N Justine Street, which he used as a recording studio, from Midwest Commercial Funding until he was evicted in January 2019 over his failure to pay rent. A highly publicized inspection by the city's Department of Buildings revealed numerous code violations. The building is for rent and is in the midst of renovations, according to a rental listing for the property. The woman who was awarded $4 million is one of 4 alleged victims in Kelly's pending criminal case in Cook County, 19, a day before Cook County charges against Kelly. The suit alleged the woman met Kelly on May 26, 1998, when she was 16. Kelly was driving when he saw her walking down the street. He pulled over and talked to her, the suit states. Later that day, an associate of Kelly's met with the teen and her family at a restaurant and gave the girl Kelly's phone number. The associate indicated Kelly wanted to speak with the minor plaintiff and have her come to his studio and be in a video that he was making, the suit stated. The plaintiff was star-struck and wanted to meet with Kelly to pursue a role in what she believed was a music video, the suit stated. The sexual abuse started within a month, commencing in or about June 19 till she was of the age of majority. Defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, sexually abused plaintiff, the suit stated. Specifically, defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, had sexual intercourse with the minor plaintiff. The defendant also engaged in oral sex with the minor plaintiff. During these repeated incidents, defendant represented to the minor plaintiff that this behavior was appropriate. Kelly is...
Now, let me get this right. Okay, you got two parties fighting over Robert's royalty. And it's really unbelievable. $3 million for that piece of mess to rent a brick building. It look like a warehouse. $3 million. And this is the situation that Robert is dealing with. Trusting people and having people to manage his financial affairs. And so I'm pretty sure he's thinking that, everything is cool, the rent being paid, and, the landlord probably like, oh, this is R.Kelly, so it's all good, maybe, he'll just pay it all in one lump sum. But $3 million. So the realtor want to sue him for the property. And I'm pretty sure he made the property look better than it was when he first got in there. And so basically they're trying to, you got the city saying he had the studio for to live in for a residence. And no, you do. They need to do their research. I'm telling you guys. Every studio that I have gone to, it had beds in it. It had, refrigerator, and different things like that. Because when you're working on music, you want to stay in the zone. You want to keep yourself there. If you leave, you might lose that, motivation. So a lot of artists, basically spend the time in the studio, working in the studio, day in and day out. And, if they need a nap, they need a nap, or whatever the case might be. It's not their residence, but they're trying to make everything that Robert does sinister. So let's talk about the alleged accuser. Two different stories, but now we got three. Okay, let's say we got three. Okay, first, Mama said that they was out eating for her birthday, right? They was out eating, and the manager approached her daughter. Now, she said a manager approached the daughter, gave her a card. The mother said she took the card and put it in her purse. So then you have the adult accuser later on in her life speak to a journalist and tell the journalist that she met R. Kelly walking down the street. Okay, so now in the lawsuit, they saying that she met him walking down the street, and then all of a sudden, his manager found her a couple of days later and wanted to meet with the parents at the restaurant. And see, now you see how they trying to change the story. Because you have people like me and others pointing out it just don't look right and sound right type thing. Like I pointed out, the mother takes the card. She goes up to him and tells him that she's 16. Makes no sense. But you're going to put it in your purse and she gets it out, right? So we called it out. So, okay, now we got to change everything and we got to make it look kind of different. So now they saying that the manager met with them, the parents, and the daughter at a restaurant. That the mother claimed that they was at the restaurant eating for her birthday, right? So we go in, we meet with the manager. He tell us that our daughter looks nice and we need her to model and stuff. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, I need y'all. This is just can't get it right Wednesday. Just can't get it right Wednesday. When on to the next topic. On to the next topic.
United States District Court, Eastern District of New York, United States of America v. Donnell Russell, defendant. X Order 20 County Route 427, AMD. X.N.M. Donnelly, United States District Judge. This order is entered pursuant to Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 5F to confirm the prosecution's disclosure obligations under Brady v. Maryland, 373 U.S. 83, 1963, and its progeny, and to summarize the possible consequences of violating those obligations. The prosecution must disclose to the defense all information favorable to an accused, that is, material either to guilt or to punishment, and that is known to the prosecution. ID. At 87. This obligation applies regardless of whether the information would itself constitute admissible evidence. The prosecution shall disclose such information to the defense promptly after its existence becomes known to the prosecution so that the defense may make effective use of the information in the preparation of its case. The prosecution must also disclose any information that can be used to impeach the trial testimony of a prosecution witness within the meaning of Giglio v. United States, 405 U.S. 150, 1972, and its progeny. Such information must be disclosed sufficiently in advance of trial for the defendant to make effective use of it at trial, or at such other time as the court may order. This order does not purport to set forth an exhaustive list of the prosecution's disclosure obligations. Case 120 CR 00427 A.M.D. Document 17 filed November 16, 20 page 1 of 2-page ID number 98. The foregoing obligations are continuing ones and apply to materials that become known to the prosecution in the future. These obligations also apply to information that is otherwise subject to disclosure regardless of whether the prosecution credits it. In the event the prosecution believes that a disclosure under this order would compromise witness safety, victim rights, national security, a sensitive law enforcement technique, or any other substantial government interest, it may apply to the court for a modification of its obligations, which may include in-camera review or withholding or subjecting to a protective order all or part of the information otherwise subject to disclosure. For purposes of this order, the prosecution has an affirmative obligation to seek all information subject to disclosure under this order from all current or former federal, state, and local prosecutors, law enforcement officers, and other officers who have participated in the prosecution or investigation that led to the prosecution of the offense or offenses with which the defendant is charged. If the prosecution fails to comply with this order, the court, in addition to ordering production of the information, may 1. Specify the terms and conditions of such production. 2. Grant a continuance. 3. Impose evidentiary sanctions. 4. Impose sanctions on any lawyer for the prosecution responsible for violations of the prosecution's disclosure obligations. 5. Dismiss charges before trial or vacate a conviction after trial or a guilty plea. Or 6. Enter any other order that is just under the circumstances so ordered. N.M. Donnelly, United States District Magistrate Judge, dated November 16, 20.
Now, I was asked, whose side are you on? I'm on the side of right, and I am on the side of pointing out the lies from the truth. And my thing is, just because he and she don't like Don Russell, don't tell me who to like and who not to like, and who to trust and don't who to trust. I know who to trust. I know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna leave it as that on that. But let's talk about the plea deal. This alleged plea deal that Don Russell supposed to be pleading. I didn't know that a person plead when they ain't even got their discovery. Now here we got the attorney saying, not the attorney, I'm sorry, the judge telling the attorneys, hey, you need to give this defendant this discovery so he can be able to fight in court. That's it, and that's all. Plain simple. You know, we got too many people following whatever anybody say, whatever a person put out there, they follow it and they don't look into information on their own. So the judge is ordering the prosecutors to give Don Russell and his counselor the discovery that he needs to defend himself in court, or it's gonna be some problems, and said. So we need you to up that, and so this man can defend himself. So a plea deal, a person having a plea deal, he just gonna plea. He don't know what kind of discovery. He don't know what they got some paperwork up here, and filing and stuff like that. They got the filing. They file, the prosecutors, they file some stuff, and so they got that. But where is the proof, and where is the discovery? Give us the discovery. And then again, you have them reaching out to CNN and all these different mainstream media to try to label Don as his manager. Don is not his manager, was not his manager. A friend that saw a friend in trouble. When he got to him, he was dead broke, so he didn't come to him when he was rich. He came to him when he was in trouble and broke, okay? And so his manager, one of his managers, James Mason, which you need to look into this dude and see what's going on in that situation, and see how he get involved with Lifetime and set up, had Lifetime to set up concerts for Robert. So, we need to look into that, because, see, that's kind of fishy, James Mason, the real manager, so we need to look into that. Don Russell just was a friend that was giving his friend advice. He was looking into things to help him, and he was helping Robert follow the money trail. And so I believe that's when all hell broke loose, because people in the circle that was stealing and conniving and sneaking around was like, he in the way. Don Russell in the way. Why is he investigating this? Why is he looking into this? So, to have Lifetime offering some paperwork for Robert concert, something was very fishy about that. And that was in 2018. So, there again, I want to tell y'all to start looking and doing your research and investigating yourself. Don't go by what nobody else say. Stop following everybody. Stop being a follower. Take the information they give you and do your own research. And I always tell y'all that. I can't say a lot, and I'm not going to say a lot. I'll just say people on the outside looking in. And for people to say that this man is going to plea and turn on Robert, and what he gonna turn on him and say? What can they offer? How can they offer him something when he don't have anything to give him? What he has to give them, they don't want it. It's nothing that's gonna help them. I believe that. And so I started, I'm gonna try to attempt to look at the screen. I can't look at the screen right now, you guys, but I'm gonna attempt to look at the screen. And I was looking at old Faye here. Now, the charges on Robert with Faye is rape and giving her herpes, right? So I'm looking at this here, and on here it says the Jane Doe contacted employee to arrange traveling from Texas, where she lived, to New York, where Kelly was scheduled to perform. Okay, so she made it to the airlines. Okay, and so they saying based on the records and all that kind of stuff, information, including I guess in employee one, so it might be who Cash, was it Cash? I can't think of her name off top, but we already know who she is. But let's just say employee one, because I don't want them saying we calling out these names and trying to threaten them. You know what I'm saying? So we got employee one and employee two. Said they worked for Robert several years, and so they call them. They say they call them runners. So you have a person like Robert, a celebrity that's busy, so he hired people to do things for him. They're just like with me when I had a secretary. She answered the phone for me. She ran errands for me. She set up, appointments for me, even travel arrangements for me. Okay, so that's nothing. Not they trying to make it like it's not normal. This man was a celebrity. Okay, so on here they stating that she had a round trip ticket. So I want to speak on that. She had a round trip ticket. Okay, so let's read her in itinerary for her schedule. Okay, so Southwest Airlines records shows that Jane Doe traveled from San Antonio, Texas to Nashville at 7:15 a.m. on May 18, 2017, and then from Nashville to Queens. Okay, that's the New York airport. Okay, on the flight departing at 10 a.m. the same day. Okay, Southwest Airlines record further shows that Jane Doe traveled on a flight. Okay, so she had a round trip. So that right there show you she wasn't kidnapped. He didn't kidnap. He didn't hold a ransom. He didn't tie her down. He didn't do any of that. Okay, so it's on here showing that in addition, Jane Doe provided copies of text messages exchanged in her possession between Jane Doe and employee one to the government. Okay, one such exchange indicates that approximately at 9:20 a.m. on May 18, 2017, Jane Doe sent employee one a text message stating, "Just landed in Nashville. Do you know what the plans for when I arrive?" Therefore, employee one sent a text message to Jane Doe stating, "When you land, your destination is Hilton, Long Island." Okay, so they got the address. A room under your name. Okay, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. Okay, y'all remember she's like, oh, okay. And so I went to the room, went there, and they knew exactly who I was, and I find that unusual. How you find that unusual when it's in your name? So when you go there, you just say, I'm Faith. I'm Faith Rogers. Okay, let me keep reading. Okay, before my eyes get burning. Okay, a room under your name at the Hilton for 2 nights. Oh, that's so nice, honey. Nice. 2 nights. After arriving at the hotel, Jane Doe sent a text message to employee one stating, "I'm here. Checking in. They don't see anything under my name." Okay. Okay, once again. So, okay, didn't Faith say in an interview that it was just easy. She just went there and and stuff like that. Let me keep reading. Okay, let me keep reading because my eyes is watering. Okay, employee one then texts Jane Doe, can you ask them to look under my name? Your name may be with mine. Jane Doe agreed to do so and later text employee, I checked into my room. Okay, so you got employee one, and then you got Faye, they got their rooms, okay? So all that is taken care of. So she in a room, no problems, okay? So therefore, employee one takes Jane Doe to let her know that there is a show tonight starting at 8 p.m. and later added, I'll let you know when time to head to the venue. Oh, that's so nice. They got her Uber cabs and everything. So she was treated nice. I didn't know kidnappers do all that good stuff. I didn't know that. Okay, so it's saying that Robert performed at they named the theater and everything, honey. They just gave all the information. That just sound like two people, like them old people sitting back in day courting. Okay, two people courting. Okay, so he was nice enough to, got a plane ticket round trip. He didn't put on no Greyhound and Megabus. Okay, all right. Didn't even put in a cab, put in an Uber. Okay. So she won't be smelling all the cab smell. Okay, so when Jane Doe arrived at her hotel, instructed her to be ready at a particular time. At the time employee had told her was transported to the concert. See, they picked her up and took her to the concert from the hotel, nice hotel, Hilton, okay? She wasn't in no Dewdrop Inn, okay? All right. Let's move all the way down. Okay, so approximately 6 a.m., Kelly unexpectedly arrived at Jane Doe's room, loudly announcing his presence. With him was a backpack, which appeared to contain at least one iPad. Jane Doe allowed, okay, Kelly to enter her hotel room. Okay, they had intercourse. Okay, she said he didn't wear a condom. So basically there was consensual sex. Okay, I'm pretty sure they had it before the New York, but the attorney, they smart. They trying to put everything in New York. If y'all notice, they crimes committed all in Florida and everywhere else, they send it to New York. Okay, read between lines. Okay, read between lines. Okay, let's see what else I'm finna get this. So all these little text messages. He booking, traveling and stuff. Trying to, she's traveling. And he sent her back home. She didn't drive her to Chicago and everywhere. So did they switch things up? Did she fly to Chicago first? But we got to switch it up, Let's switch it up. So is this the reason why y'all took old Don Russell? First, a warrant was for his devices first. Let's get a warrant for his devices. And let's see what's in these devices first. Let's get these warrants, and we're going to pull him over and get his devices. So y'all, man traveling, chilling, minding his own business, and a herd of y'all just come in and pull up, and we got a warrant. Not for him, but we got a warrant for your devices. Give us your devices. You get the devices. What you see? Information to help Robert. And what they do, allegedly deleted some of the important stuff to help Robert's defense. Okay, so there was some of certain stuff right there they needed. They like, I need to get his devices so we can get rid of some of this stuff, so we can know what he know. Okay, because we're gonna be switching some stuff around here. We gonna help old Faye and everybody. We gonna switch some of this stuff around allegedly. So she done went to, Las Vegas and California and all that. Everything was round trip. So she was kidnapped, y'all. He kidnapped her, raped her, got her a round trip ticket, sent her back home. So she get back on another round trip ticket and go back to his next destination. Make it make damn sense. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Make it make sense, okay? I will read more, but I have to follow my doctor's instructions and stop staring at these devices and these screens. I look at them every day, all day, and I don't want to be blind. But y'all did get up. Get this information. And I also want to tell you guys, I don't use the word exclusive. But I'm going to cross my fingers and say this. An exclusive will be dropping. Hopefully very, very soon. So y'all look for that. I say exclusive is something that, just like when they did the little deal with Robert's brother Bruce on Central Avenue, and I thought it was gonna be an exclusive. They gonna bring up something, talk about something that we don't know. That's what exclusives are. You're gonna do something different. You're gonna bring out something that ain't nobody talked about or have done before. That's an exclusive to me. So y'all get ready for this exclusive, okay? But Faye, look like he was doing you really good, honey. He was doing you really good. I don't understand it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm leave it alone because y'all know me. I'm not gonna get stressed about it. But I'm gonna keep digging. I'm gonna keep looking, and the side that I'm on is the right, finding the truth, looking up facts, giving my opinion from what I see and what I know. And that is what it is. So I don't follow the leader, okay? Just because a person don't like Don Russell, you're not gonna make me not like him, okay? I have nothing against him, okay? On that note, y'all have a good one. Be safe out there. Once again, be safe. Y'all stay safe. I'm just jealous. All these flights and stuff and round trip tickets and nice hotels and food and all that kind of stuff. But remember this, we a celebrity, they have people work for them and do things on their behalf, book flights and stuff because they don't have time. That's normal. And these people trying to make it abnormal. If you agree with me, please put amen down in the chat below. Y'all have a good week.